Hello, everyone. This is One Day at a Time podcast. It captures the challenges we face daily and what we learn or not learn from it. My name is Ukeje or Sensei Uche. Welcome.
We are the wind in the sails of your business. We are your compass. Chart your course towards your targets. Africa Business Radio. Towards a profitable Africa.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the third episode of the podcast, One Day at a Time. My name is Ukeje. I am a cancer survivor. And this podcast is about learning or, in some cases, not learning from the challenges we face in life. And I am using my journey as a cancer survivor to detail how, and the things that I went through and how I came to overcome them one day at a time on this podcast. Okay? So thank you so much to everyone that has been listening from the first episode, second episode, and into this episode. Let's continue doing this. Guys, today is a special day for me also. Every episode is special for me, but this is really special because I have someone here that I think the universe just made sure that I had people that had positive energy. When I was going through my treatment period, my treatment journey, because that was one of the things that I believe helped me stay positive. Today, my guest is Dr. Johnson Ukeje. He's a consultant ENT specialist, head and neck surgeon, and a fellow of the West African College of Surgeons. And he is here with me in the studio. Dr. Johnson, can I just say hi, hello?
Hi, everyone. Hi. Thanks to be here.
Okay.
Good to be here.
Thank you so much, Doc. Before I bring Doc back in, I call him Doc for short. So I know a lot of people will do that with their doctor. So before I bring him back in, today's episode is titled Malignant or Benign. Malignant means cancerous and benign means not cancerous. When someone has a tumor in their body. I learned this, I had to learn it, and my doctor, of course, is responsible for teaching me and making me understand malignant and benign tumors and, giving me hope. Let me just say this, as regards finding out if the tumor was malignant or benign, I did not want to find out, to be honest to God, I did not want to find out, I did not want to do a test, even after I was asked to go see a specialist. But here we are today. Doc, I would like to say thank you. I haven't said this to you before. You are a superhuman, Dr. Johnson. You are a superhuman. Thank you for putting up with me. I know I'm mad. I know I'm crazy. I know I call you at odd hours of the day and night. You are so kind and you've been so patient with me over the years, even post-treatment. And this is something that I do not take for granted. I really want you to know this. And also thank you for making me start to use memes. we have conversations with memes and he always beats me
on point.
Thank you so much, Doc. Let me go straight off the bat. Let me just ask you this question, and I'm asking this question in whole, not from the day we met, but when I left for treatment and all that. Did you think, honest to God, did you think that I would make it? Did you think I would come out of this and still be talking to you today?
Yes, like I said, once again, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you for me to be here. It's always a good opportunity for people like me to share our experience to the whole world and anybody who will be listening. Yes, to answer your question, we are filled with positivity. Me, for one, even the kind of training, we are trained to save life.
Yeah.
So once a patient comes in and still have life, you must project that positivity. For you in particular, you had a lot of things going for you, a lot. Your age, for one.
Okay.
And two, you are in the office of a specialist. You are seeing a specialist. So you took the right step. And also, when I saw you, from the preliminary history and examination, when I saw, it was still in the early stage.
Yeah.
So you had everything. Let me just use that word. going for you as per surviving.
Okay.
So the only issue that I had the misgiving, like most people, once they make that first contact, you don't see them again. That will lose them in follow-up. Yes. So based on that first contact, I knew that you are going to make it because of your age and then the time you came in and then you are in the front of a specialist. So I had that 90% assurance that you're going to make it.
Yeah, but Doc, like, based on what you just said, as regards the first contact, I really didn't want to come back, to be honest, when I did the first test. Because in my head, I was still fighting with myself internally to agree, like, guy, what is a tumor doing in my body? Because as at the early stage, the first time I saw you, we hadn't, found out if it was malignant or benign.
Oh, benign.
So I was still hoping, to be honest, I was still hoping at that point that I would go. That's why it took me at about 2-3 weeks. And you mentioned that you say a lot of people don't come back. What do you think? In my own case, I was a bit scared because I didn't know what it was, but also I was also just hoping that it would go away. Do you have any information as regards why most patients don't come back, from your own experience?
You just mentioned one. They are scared.
Yeah.
People are just scared. And then too ignorant. So those two things make people to run away. But I will still use your own case as a point now. When I met you, what I do for most patients is I take it away from medicine. I start asking you about who you are, where you're from.
Yes.
When I knew you're from my hometown, I took it as a personal case. Even if you didn't have come back, I would have traced you. Now, what you don't even know, but after I met you, I met some contact, I asked a question to where you are from, where you're staying. So even if you had not come back, I would trace you. I had that in mind. But you didn't know that you're hearing that for the first time.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
And I am so grateful.
I know that even if you have not come back, because being scared and being ignorant, people run away and don't come back. So I don't blame them and there's a lot of misinformation out there.
Yeah.
And then there are a lot of other people who claim they are treating. Also for your own case, you went to, there's a place in VI or so.
Yeah.
That said they do it. I said, no, don't even try it. Don't even try it.
Don't
so
have it.
People now try the wrong thing and it didn't work. They now classify all the medical professionals as if they don't know what they are doing. So you see, you are not push them far away from medicine and from what they need to do to get well. So for your own case, I thank God you listen to me because, like I said before, you are from the same place and you know that this guy will not lie to me. So thank God you came back. Thank God you started the treatment. Thank God you're here now talking to me. Thank God for your life. Thank God for your health. Thank God for everything about you.
I am thanking God for you. Like you telling me this, giving me this information now just really warms my heart more.
Yes.
But also going back to, when we met earlier, was it shocking for you to have, a human of my age coming in, cancer? Was it something that you had begun to see regularly as at that point in 2017?
Yes.
Was it something you had begun to see regularly amongst patients of a certain age?
Yes. Like I said again, I trained in Lagos Teaching Hospital.
Yeah.
While there, we see a lot of people coming that young age, below 30, some below 35, some below 40. 30, 20, that age range, we see lots of them. Now, when you came, I was 1 year post-residency. Yours was the third one I've managed. The first one, I lost a follow-up. I couldn't get them back.
Yeah.
The second one is a lady, completed her treatment, and you are the third. So we know that between 30, 20 years, a lot of young people are coming down in the business of pharyngeal cancer.
What do you think in your professional advice? What do you think was the cause? Because a lot of people were asking me first, and you even asked me, do you have cancer in your family, medical history? Yes. What I take. So what is the cause? Just so that if anyone is listening right now and they have symptoms, from listening to the podcast that are similar to mine, they would take steps even at an early age. Are there causes that we should just stay away from?
Most of the cases of cancer we are seeing these days sporadic, or idiopathic, no unknown cause, or it just happens out of the blues. But the jury still acts. What I mean by that, we are still studying. But there are things that have been documented. That can trigger cancer in humans.
And in my case?
Yes, pollution in urban area, because most of the people I said we treated, most of them come from urban areas.
Yeah.
Pollution. Lagos is very dusty. Pollution is one of the major causes. We are thinking. That's why I said the jury is still out. We are still thinking.
Still researching.
And also, people will call about passive smoking. And you go to most clubs, you go see a lot of smoking around. So most people have found themselves in such conditions now. Also going to pollution. So most of the things we are thinking, but although we have not actually linked it directly to cancer, is air pollution and passive smoking. That's the person is not a smoker, but you find yourself maybe due to the kind of work you do, you find yourself in people around people who smoke. So those two are still what we're thinking that can be related to it. But most of the cases we know are sporadic, are idiopathic.
Have there been an increase in the number of patients that have been coming in with these symptoms that lead to cancers up from when after you went for treatment? Has there been like an increase in the number of people you see coming?
Yes, I've treated 4. 2 I lost in follow-up. 2 I treated successfully.
You treated 2 of them back here in Nigeria?
Yes. But no, of course, they traveled out.
Okay, but that's another thing. You were instrumental in telling me very, very honestly that I had to go out of the country for treatment. That's sad. As in, because I know I went around to see how I could get treatment done here, forgetting the cost, trying to, put money together for that. But that is really sad. Has there been any improvement? Because there are some places that you mentioned had certain machines, radiotherapy machines, but they were obsolete or even broken down or old. And that was something that you warned me about. Has there been any improvements over the years as regards the standard of medical tech and treatment? And
when it comes to cancer treatment, let's talk about Southwest, Lagos State. Now, the whole of Southwest, we have only 2 centers. 2, Lagos and Ibadan.
Yeah.
And yes, Lutz and Ibadan. Now, the pressure of cancer patients coming up, we're talking about cervical cancer, we're talking about prostate cancer, we're talking about all manner of cancer that comes to these 2 facilities. So the facility will break down at one time or the other.
True.
Now, in the whole of Southeast, none.
Wow.
The whole of Southeast, none. So all those people from the Southeast also still come to Southwest. Now, the North Central, I think we have Maiduguri or Jos. I think those 2 places, the whole of the North. So in Nigeria now we have like 4 centers. It cannot cater for how many number of patients that comes up. So those facilities break down. They break down. So, and people now have to find alternative routes. So for your own case, I told you, that's what I tell my patients. Straight on. If you want to leave A, B, C, D. You understand?
Yeah.
But most people still go to these centers and then they get to it. But because of the pressure in it, and most people will not be able to complete their treatment. So when you go there one day, 2 days, they thought them say the thing has broken down, or you cannot even get a slot because of the pressure.
I remember because I tried.
We need to have more.
I tried Luth back then, and it was at the time when I went, it was broken down, and I couldn't get. I couldn't even get a date as to when it would be fixed. And there were people there. There were people there waiting. And it leads me to think that a lot of lives would have been lost, all because of not having adequate technology, medical tech, for the number of people with such diseases. Am I correct?
Yes, you are. You are. A lot of lives will have been saved. A lot of lives. A lot. I know the other people I said I lost in follow-up, they may have gone there, no money to travel, no money to go to place, they then reserve the same to fate. I don't know what has happened to them.
That's just really. How do you cope with that? Forget your profession as a doctor now and your child, but as a person, knowing that lives could have been saved, this person could have been better, but we don't have all we need here, medical tech, to take care of these lives. How do you cope with that? I'm sure that must have an emotional toll on you sometimes.
Of course. Most of us have psychologists.
Oh.
Yes, we go for therapy. Yes, we go for therapy. Yes, because it's sad. You see a bubbling life. Because like I said, most times when a patient comes to me, I take it out of medicine. I talk about, what do you want to do? What do you want to be? People talk about their projections, what they want to be in 5 years. But now you are seeing right in your eyes. If this guy does not do this and all these dreams, it's a waste. So it tells on you emotionally, psychologically. So what I do most of the time, I go for therapy.
Okay.
It helps a lot, yes.
I think I'm going to need therapy too later. By the time I'm done with this podcast, There's a moment that we shared, and that was the moment after I got the results from, I think I did 2 or 3 different tests when I saw you, and then we had a biopsy, and then after the biopsy, it took a week or so for the result to come out. So there's a moment we shared.
Come out, yes.
There was a moment we shared, and that was the moment where you were to tell me if it was malignant or benign. Doc, there's something so annoying but very reassuring about you. You are so calm, and then you smile through it. Do you know when you were opening the envelope and you were like, okay, calm down, just, relax. Why? In my head, I was like, this man don't understand. Saying I'm me, and I don't want to give information now. And you were just so calm. And over time, that has, been one of the ways that I'm reassured that everything will be all right. So that's a fantastic trait that you have. But it can be annoying. So how did you feel? I'll tell you how I felt when you gave me the result. But how did you feel when you opened the envelope and you saw the results? What was the first things that came to your mind?
Yes, as a professional, 2 of us cannot be down.
True.
One person have to leave the other one. That's one. Then 2, I've seen the end road. You were seeing it then. I've seen the end road. I know you're going to survive. Like I said, your age, and then the symptoms you have, and then the stage. Because there's something we call clinical staging, pathological staging. So I've already staged your tumor clinically while in the clinic. Even when we did the biopsy, I've seen the tumor where it is and where it's not. So I knew that you had an 80% chance of surviving.
So that time I'd almost die for that chair like this.
So I knew that, yes, you have to. As a patient, you have to, but you have to be professional, because if 2 of us are mourning, if 2 of us are depressed, you can't go nowhere. But you will when this doctor is doing like this, what can I do? So I have to be that shoulder, that rock, that face. You have to, that hope. Let's call it that way. That hope you have to see. And I remember, I told you that you must come with your brother. Remember I said that?
Yes.
I said that.
Yes.
Because I knew how you're going to feel. So you need that social support. So I knew that you are going to survive. I knew you are 80%. 20% I know reason why it may not be. And when I now had that conviction that you're traveling out to do your treatment, I know that 20%, 100% chance that this guy is going to make it.
Oh, more. Doc, I know like on that chair, once you mentioned malignant, everything else just went silent. As in, you were talking, you had an assistant in the, I don't hear anything again. Okay, so Doc, like I said, I was crazy scared, but you reassured me. But my life did flash before my eyes. I saw everything, trying to find out, and piece together what I did, what I didn't do, what part of my lifestyle would have caused it, what part of my lifestyle was responsible or wasn't responsible, because to the best of my own ability.
Which babe? That's like after you.
I can't place it on any of the, me don't find me come, I beg. Please, okay. Yeah, so, you see why I said Doc? I can never be serious with him. He's just, he's a character. Let me say this. Also, one of the challenges I faced when I wanted to do testing, and this is as regards medical tech in Nigeria, is not having the equipment in one particular place. I had to go to different places, and that meant that different I don't know how you put it in your professional term, but different doctors had to give me their, their own opinion and all of that. Is that a plus, or can that be a minus? Because a lot of them wrote different things that in some cases couldn't be reconciled.
No, that's a big negative.
Okay.
Because in developed worlds where things are done properly, you have a cancer center.
Yeah.
What that means is that once you come in, you are under the treatment of a consultant. So all information have to flow through that pathway. Because that's why I said the misinformation makes people run away, makes people scared. Because if you keep going to different centers, people want to make their own money, 1. 2, they now want to tell you, yes, what you are treating the other person is not true. So that they will start their own and derail you from the
That's just sad.
So, yes, but if you are in a cancer center, you are under the consultant. He sends you for a test. All results, all interpretation of results comes through that office. All information.
Is that one of the reasons why? Because I already started treatments here in Lagos. You're aware of that. And I had 2 sessions of chemotherapy, but I wasn't getting better. I wasn't getting better. And when I got to Istanbul, one of the things that the oncologist said was that because they recommended 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 different types of treatments back here in Nigeria. And we started with number 1. One of the things the oncologist said was that the list of treatment plans they were thinking of using for me, that the number 5 was the one that they are using. Yeah, that he would personally recommend, and that was what he used, and then used some other groundbreaking, So if I had stayed and continued before I'd got into 5, he said that I wouldn't have even got into 5. That was by the time they start treatment 2, I would be on 0 level of energy, and that would be it.
Immunity.
Yeah.
Yes. That's why I said cancer center. Now, there's something we call clinical meeting. Like in your case now, what in a good center does is that once the histology is out, before the treatment commences, we hold meeting with the doctor, the pathologist, and the radiologist.
Yeah.
Yes. And then map out a plan of treatment. You understand?
Yeah.
So because you have your consultant in another place, the pathologist is another place, the person who did the histology is another place. So everyone was just discordant tones. Nobody knows information. So, but if you're in a cancer center, everything is one building. So those 3 people.
They have a cancer center in Nigeria. In Abuja, there's a cancer center. I can go there right now. But the cancer center is not functioning.
That's what I'm saying. So that's the normal treatment pattern. That everything is in the building. So they hold meeting. Before treatment starts, we hold meeting and brainstorm. And then we arrive at the specific treatment option based on your age, your stage, and your clinical condition, and even your work. There's even a way to schedule treatment to suit your work, because everything you're doing needs money.
Definitely.
So you need to come for treatment. Go back to work. We even have a place for social workers that didn't come in for the meeting.
That's in a sane society. That's in a society that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how it is. That is how it is.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yes.
And how much of that have you achieved so far in Nigeria?
With resident doctors going on strike every time, your lecturers are on strike, and teaching hospital universities. So what are you saying? 1 step back, 1 step front, 10 steps backwards. No, we are not on a track. We are not. Based on personal experience.
This is why we're losing medical practitioners every day.
Yes, outside. Yes. We're not on the path.
Why do you stay? You're a surgeon. You're somebody I know that would earn a lot outside this country. Why do you stay? Is it because of the oath you've taken to Nigerians, or you just feel like it will be one more helping hand leaving, so you decide to stay and help?
Yes, I will, just like what Zelensky, Ukrainian president, said. Say he's not running away from his country.
Oh, nice.
They say I will stay and build it. Yes, so some of us have, you can call it pathological love for your country, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, yes.
This kind of point now, if my dog and I were chatting on WhatsApp, he would have sent a meme. As in, he would have sent a meme that will be accurate to what we are talking about.
So we have to stay back. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And see what we can see, what we could do, yeah.
Okay, so biopsy done, and then I went on with my life. Doc encouraged me to go out of the country to go get treatments. He even kept in touch, making sure that he was, following every step of my treatment when I was outside the country. And that is something that I totally appreciate. I want to say this to everyone who is a medical practitioner in Nigeria. I know it's not easy. Guys, I know it's tough. I know there's so many challenges. But believe me, we need you. We definitely need you. I don't know when things will turn around to be 100 over 100, the way you like it and function the way you want it. But we definitely do need you. And I salute every single one of you. Using my doc as a point of contact. Doc, I salute you.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
you. You are doing an amazing
Thank
work.
you.
And may you continue to have strength to go the extra mile. Any last words you'd like to say before we end? Anything you want to say to me and to the people?
Yes, to you particularly, I'm happy for your life.
Thank
Very
you.
happy. And I knew you still going to do exploits.
Amen.
Just a bump on the road.
Thank you so much.
Life goes on. And for every other person, let's be positive. Let's keep whatever you can do to help the country. Do advocacy, these kind of programs. Let's keep saying it. Always seek medical help. Always. That thing you think is kata may not just be kata. Seek medical help. We have a lot of specialists, a lot of centers. Seek medical help. Let them tell you what is wrong with you. Then you can now seek attention elsewhere. But always seek medical attention anytime you have any issue.
Okay. Doc, thank you so much for coming on this episode.
Yeah.
I totally appreciate. God bless you. Thank you for your time. To everyone that has been listening to the episode Malignant or Benign on the One Day at a Time podcast with me, Ukeje Agbai, I want to say thank you very much for sharing your time with me. Look out for the next episode, One Day at a Time podcast here on Africa Business Radio. Okay? Thank you so much. See you next time.